Okay, I think we're back now. So, wait a few moments for everyone else to reconnect and we'll get back going. I think we're live again. Should be. So, okay, so I have paused it pretty much at the point where I thought lost everyone. Should be okay for the rest of the race now, I'm hoping. Not sure what the heck that was all about, but in case you want to go back, we'll go right back to the backstretch. Pretty much where I believe buffering, rewatch, and so guys, if you're just tuning back in, I have restarted the stream and I have taken back off where it started to buffer just on the back stretch. I only got back to the front stretch before I noticed I lost the stream, so we didn't miss too much of the race, but I'm just replaying it for everyone who missed it all, and it stopped right about here, and we'll go back racing in a few seconds. So rejoin the race back on start of lap 5. Got George Gallagher in the final transfer spot now. Like he's looking to make a move and get a little bit higher. Of course, being 5th here is more or less the danger zone. Don't want to be right there because you'll get shuffled back. Once again, everyone, if you're just tuning back in, just restarted the stream, you can go back and rewatch the parts you missed. I went all the way back to where it started to buffer. If you missed anything, we are now on lap 6 of 10 of the qualifying. Carson Hubbard looking to get into that 5th spot now. Like Wright is now occupying 5th position. That 14 on that low side looks like he will overtake. Get a little tighter now for that 5th spot. Got three sets of teammates in the race. Of the 10 trucks, there's 6 of them that have teammates, so it could be more of a teammate game right now. 9 and 89, we got the 92 and 96, and the who's the other one? The 45 and 34. On lap 8 now. 3 laps to go. Gonna get a lot more dicey near the end of this one. The top 5 have started to form a small pack, but that will form back up once they need a little bit more the lap here, and there they go. 31 truck looks very strong. One of the stronger trucks out there. 89 looks pretty good now, but he got shuffled back a little bit. He was leading a little earlier on in this one. 42 fighting to stay on the inside line. Looks like the 89 is going to get the better of that. Lap 9, 2 laps to go now. They're starting to wind down just a little bit. 14 and 45 now making a move on the low line with the 89 leading the charge. Go. About 3 miles to go now. Boy in second. We got Peterson, made his first race in Martinsville. Got Virginia Brock looking to get back into the swing of things here. Chris Green looking to make his first start of the season. White flag is in the air. 2.66 miles to go. Like the 34 of Wright is going to occupy that 5th position right now. Over half a lap to go now. Who's going to take that 5th and final position? George Gallagher right there. In 6th right now. 96 truck, or 92 truck. Trying to get there, and there goes the 9 of Juan Ramirez. Gonna be a drag race to the line. And I think Ramirez got it by a hair. Yes, he did. Looks like he got it by about 0.04 of a second to the line. George Gallagher was knocked out. One of the better trucks, I think, on the field. Once again, both Avalanche Territory Racing trucks are knocked out. And the 45 Peterson did not make the show. Looks like Hubbard missed out, finishing 10th. That's unfortunate for a lot of those drivers. We had some good trucks out there. But only 5 can make the show. Only going to get more and more intense as we get more trucks added to the qualifying race. Writing down who transferred on my little pad here. We will start setting up for the main race. Well, again, sorry about the rebuffering on this stream there. I did restart it and I kind of went back to where it did rebuffer if you're just joining again. But I'm going to... You guys can all rewatch that if you'd like. So you don't miss anything, and I'm going to set up for the main race with our 5 transfer trucks. Okay, we are back for the main event. Looking at the 89 there of John Jacobs, who won the qualifying race along with Adrian McCoy, Virginia Brock, and Ivan Wright making his first start in the series, and Juan Ramirez barely making it in over George Gallagher. Very close racing indeed. We're going to see a lot more of that now the next little while. We're doing 38 laps here, and going to be absolutely insane. 4 wide racing pretty much the entire time. And you know, I think this is John Jacobs' first start since he started qualifying for the races, so this is kind of a big deal for him. John Jacobs always does well on super speedways, I've noticed, so not surprised to see him out there, but I must say it is a sigh of relief to finally have all 3 of my trucks back in the field. It's been a very long time since I think race 2, so it's nice to see. Anyway, we got Francisco Guerrero leading in this practice. I'm gonna skip ahead now. It's like the spread is quite significant. Again, practice draft is always weird sometimes with the AI. They don't really bunch up very well. Get into qualifying. Gonna take the pole for Talladega. Callum Johnson, his first pole. Having a very disappointing season. Looks like Matitude takes the top 3 spots. Oh my god, those... We buffering again? We lose the stream? No, I think we're okay. I think that was just my end. Anyway, Matitude Motors has the top 3 spots with Sean Cohen 4th, John Jacobs, their qualifying winner. I'm telling you, something about these qualifying races make the drivers that do them much better in the main race. So John Jacobs getting 5th in his return to action. Trip Chase 4 and 6th. Jason Donovan in 7th. He needs a good finish today. I believe he's getting kind of close to the qualifying race marker. If he has another poor finish, it's going to very much put him in danger. Sam King 8th, Daniel Gill 9th, and Ben Gordon rounding out your top 10. Also, welcome to the stream, Irvin. You missed the qualifying race. Your driver has made it into the show. It's that new Twitch paint. And focus in on that Twitch sheen here. There he is. The rest of the qualifying order as they make their pace lap. Like we had McCoy qualify 36, but that really doesn't matter. Talladega, anything can happen if you get a good pit strategy, fast truck, luck. Will bring the trophy home today. Yeah, Christina Ferguson qualifying 40th with a 31 or 51.37. Pole sitter Callum Johnson gets the pole with a 49.29. So there's a good spread there between pace. That's 2 seconds almost. It's incredible how much faster those Matitude motor cars are. The upgrading is getting a bit out of hand over there in that shop. They're upgrading at an incredible pace. It's kind of like a snowball effect, sort of. If you finish well, you can upgrade more, and if you upgrade more, chances are you'll finish well. So that kind of effect happening right now over at Matitude Motors, who's very much focused on the truck series, and we're looked to see these 3 trucks out front for the majority of the season. I would say if they're not in a strong position for the playoffs, then something wrong. But we are about to go racing. 38 laps of 200 miles an hour, 4 wide racing. It's going to be exciting. Here we go. A lot of drivers eager to get a good start here. Johnson with an excellent start. He's had some not so great finishes lately, including that last race at Martinsville. I'll remember what happened to our boy Johnson, and Okay, I thought the ticker wasn't working. It is working. We're good. Look at those trucks just screaming down the backstretch, still winding up. It takes about a lap or a lap and a half for them to get fully up to pace. You can see Lily Holmes, who is pretty much non-existent the last few races, has made her return to the front of the pack. Ooh, very close between 93 and 83. It's causing an accident early. But Gill kind of just tried to force his way down in that low line in front of Shaw, and Shaw was already there by a bumper. Shaw is another driver that's very close to the qualifying race marker, so he'll need a good finish here if he wants to keep staying afloat on the season and not being forced into qualifying races. He's already done one, and thankfully for him, he advanced in that race, but Keith Hughes was watching that race very closely. Keith, now a winner, officially, the team owner, driver, series, club. Nice to have you. Attitude trucks are still staying up front. 2 of the 3 are still there. Holmes getting shuffled back a little bit. Trip Chase having a very good season up to this point, and went on here. Looks like that Tanner Woodward in the apron. Looks like he's coming down the pits. Not sure for what reason. Tanner Woodward on pit road, top 4, very early to be making a pit stop. He had a flat tire and he caught it early, and he has retired. Tanner Woodward out with a tire related malfunction on that truck, so for him, kind of unexpected really, but Hustlers Racing, they're a sink or swim team. It seems they either do very well or very poorly, and I think Woodward might be answering that question early on in this race. Tom Johnson leading most of the laps so far. Dominant fashion right now for the Mattitude Motors. It looks like they're always around 1 or 2 through the field a little bit, as best as we can anyway. Noah Cole keeping the qualifying races this time. We want to keep that string of good finishes up if he wants to stay away from those races. Non-charter teams, so every race does matter for these guys. They need to have good finishes. Casey Weber here, very mediocre season, first full-time ride at car, at truck. The tail end of the field is kind of strung out a little bit. Looks like they're just kind of waiting the big one to happen so they can avoid it. Field a little bit going back. You can see about height. 23, so about half the field is kind of just hanging back the first half and seeing what happens. Scramble back after I said that. A little bit more calm and collected. Bucks essentially losing the draft here. Looks like the 27 Ferguson does not seem to be up to pace at all. It's Hannah, another driver who's pulling back just a little too much over his speed. He's doing about 191 for right, doing close to 200. These trucks are in danger now of losing the draft. In here of McCoy, who is also starting to get in that danger zone. For what's going on with these trucks, they just held back a little too much. The rest of the field seems to be missing close together. That'll be a strategy, of course, if there's a big one. Pro chance of survival if you're in the middle of it. Pretty sure Matitude Motors has led every lap so far this race. One way or another, the 17, the 5, 48. 48 is as far back as he's been all night. Four there in front of him. Carroll right there looking for a good finish. He's falling down the order quite a bit. Disappointing considering this was your champion last season. He's most desperate need of a win to stay just in contention of the playoffs. It's getting very close to the point where you need a win and you need to stay in the top 35. Of course, this is a charter team, so he is in no risk of losing any races here, but down a certain amount of points, you're going to fall below 35 regardless. So the win, good finishes. Baker, sorry, still leading this one. Matt has an update for this truck he hasn't sent for me. Got to see a preview of it. It's different, let's put it that way. Wide behind the leader. Like Brody Walker on the outside there is going to get left out to dry. Average speed of over 200 miles an hour, so that's incredible pace. Oh, and we have the big one. Trouble in turn 3. I'm trying to go back as far as I can. Doesn't look like there was too much damage spread among these drivers, but the 20 looks like he got the worst of it. Huge break for Jess Hanna and for, Christina Ferguson. Had lost the draft. Go back and watch that crash. When same real estate. E3. 4 fighting over the same spot there in the 20 and the 50, 25, 44, 85, the 1, the 89, all involved. Looks like the 69 as well, so I think that's all Sovatech Motorsports trucks involved. Looks like he barely avoids that. That's under the base laps or rear. Checkup on caution. Gonna ruin a lot of trucks. Potentially had a chance to win today. Let's see if the leaders are hitting. Looks like it's got strategy. Danielle Baker, focus on. don't know if you're gonna pit on the next lap, maybe, or of a strategy. If they stay out, that's probably a good thing. Even though there will be another stop here. Okay. It. Barrel. If those trucks down, I'd have taken a tow. If 5 gets off clean, order as off. Like I said, a huge break for Jess Hanna and Tina Ferguson. I think the 34 of Ivan Wright and also Boy there falling back. Looks like there's a lot of trucks without a hood. Oh, there goes that Twitch logo, Irvin. 4 trucks still on. Go back to his view. I think he much thing incredible. It does have some hood damage. I can watch. Very deep. I think he avoided it all. Bad. Is that fair drive? Right, lap 13, still under caution. Looks like we're gonna have some more trucks down pit road. Led by Irvin Vargas. 7 Toyota Tundra. Tires are not very important right now, but fuel is. That fuel cell full. That truck go back out there. Tires. Gas. Way. Back to our rear here, Virginia Brock. Sean Cohen right behind. Gordon in third. I think some trucks have yet to pit. Behind. Like we have 4 retirements from that round. 20 shown a lap down. I see him tail end of the field. Will continue of Alex Dreyer. The first truck that pit is in 13th. Baker in 13th. Everybody else in front of her, I believe, has not pit yet this race. Oh, if you missed out, Christian, you missed a small big one going into turn 3. It was the which truck? It was the 93 of Gill making contact with the number. Somebody help me out here. Anyways, the 50 was involved. Who else was it? Oh, it was the 4. The 4 of Trip Chase. The 93 contact with involving the 50, 20. Bunch of other trucks have some minor hood damage now. So I guess it would probably be the biggest one we have, maybe. I could be wrong. As you can see, the top 13 trucks now all coming down pit road to top up last minute full of fuel. Give them the longest chance to stay out the track until they have to refuel again. So looks like, right, looks like they can do about 16 laps, maybe 15, under green. Definitely lead us to make one more pit stop. It's likely just a slash and go. So if you get the most fuel in here now, take less fuel toward the end of the race, and good. Popping off, we'll be going green next time by. I believe the lights are off on the track, which means one to go. Trucks here with no hoods, that's concerning if you're behind them. Likely be well off the pace. The truck off the pace is just Hannah, who's right there. To the field, I'm not sure what the pace will be like on that 20 truck. He was involved in that wreck, and he was the only one to basically survive that wreck, losing one lap. This will split up the field a little bit. We might have two groups for the rest of this race. We will see in a moment's time. A lot of teams out there that are already not having a good night. See, there's a racing team truck there. There's a Sovatech. There's a Galiza. There's a Flow car. All retired. I think that's 2 DNFs in a row for Mike Carroll, so it's not good for him. Saying earlier, he needs a good finish. Not be a good finish. Welcome, Dave. Missed quite a bit so far. We've had interesting qualifying races. We've had disconnecting streams. We've had a small, big one. Missed it all already. Much left to do with the remaining 22 laps to go. See the field getting nicely spread out. Eddie. Trucks without hoods seem to be falling back, not causing as much of a spread over the trucks as I thought. Woodward started on lap 4 for just a random, like he was getting a pit stop done and then he just disappeared, so clearly a tire issue brought him down to the pits, and I guess they could fix it. Maybe it was like a Mercedes Monaco pit stop where the plug got stripped, couldn't get it off. But remaining trucks trying to still stay in the draft. Maybe one truck here, the 14, no hood. 9 has no hood. Be a little bit off pace. Stay together, they might have a chance. Trucks with hoods on, still fighting. Very spread out field right now. It'll take a couple laps to get everything punched back up. That was a huge break for Jess Hanna. I can't state that enough. He's had a great season so far, and ooh, did I miss a random green flag pit stop? Happened to our boy Johnson, pole sitter. Pretty much off pace. There was a pit stop involved there. Unfortunate. Johnson was very fast today. All of the Matitude trucks are fast. First 1, 2, 3 qualifying history. 48 of Johnson, Brody Walker, and Makarov all now one lap down. Random pit stops after the green flag dropped. Black flags, maybe? Good finish spoiled again for Johnson. Thank God for that charter. The field is gonna, some of the stragglers just barely trying to stay in the draft. I'm not sure. I think this group might have lost it. stragglers here. Trucks with no hoods on. Res for some reason. Danielle Baker, this is, she's definitely making a case for the next Dale Earnhardt Jr. on super speedways. She is dominating. Once again, she's I think she's won the last 2 Daytona races. She's looking very strong here at Talladega. It becomes apparent at a certain point that the same driver keeps being up front on certain tracks. Oh, there's something there. .48 is fast. You know, honestly, Johnson, I feel like fast more often than not. He's right up there, but man, the bad luck he's had this. Unbelievable. Like Baker has a teammate to push her now. Attitude Motor Trucks up. If the caution comes out, if the 5 will give the 48 his lap back. One of her biggest competitions for the rest of the race. One's right there. Also in the top 5. Charles Baker. Self a good little finish going right now. It still hasn't bunched up. Matter of time. A little longer than I anticipated. Oh, package definitely not good old days, is it? Off very slow. Lost the draft. See this secondary pack here, stuck behind trucks without hoods on them. So it's topping off the truck and get that extra advantage. More fuel did not pay off for these guys. They have lost the draft. Hoodless wonders altogether. And randomly, Ramirez has lost the draft, not sure why. All of my trucks are doing poorly, so whenever accuses me of cheating, I point to the results this season. Absolutely dog shit. I'm pretty sure I've upgraded everything, every race. Nothing. Poor luck. This lead pack is shaping up to be pretty good. Danielle Baker, only the one to beat this afternoon. I think Johnson's tired of following her. He wants to get himself back on the lead lap, maybe even the hard way. Enough momentum though. Already catching a hot truck. That gonna be there it is. Lee Holmes back there making an aggressive move on Keith Hughes. I think this pack will swallow up Ramirez quickly. Check up and a bunch the field up for sure. Ramirez got damage or not from the accident, but he is very slow. What happens to him here? Still seeing that. Her lead. Ramirez wants to get to the side, and you know, plenty of trucks doing so. I think we're gonna have a pit stop here. Get to those trucks. Looks like we're gonna have a handful of trucks make their first pit stop. You're green. This is rather early, but still within the pit window. And make it the rest of the way. They just wanted to stay away from that busy pit road when all the other trucks come. Jonathan Dennison here in that 39 Monster Energy Chevy. Left sides this time and some fuel. They go. Happens the rest of the way. If this fast enough to stay within the pace of the leaders, they're going fast. About 5 of them in that group. Let's see what happens. Strategy if that group came down pit road. Looks like we're gonna have the bulk of the rest of the trucks come down. This is extremely early. Not sure why they would come down pit road so early. Now starting to come off. Danielle Baker off nice and clean. Looks like she'll keep that lead. The rest of the group that was with her. In right. A little slow off pit road. Not sure if he'll be able to draft. Rest of the trucks coming down. Look how single file all start. Almost looks like practice. Back now. See Frank go on here somewhere. Let's go there. Oh, I'm not sure why they would go so early, but 10 laps to go. This should take them to the finish. Neil Baker still should be leading right now. Bart Baker on her for losing all that time to 69. Small field. The lead here, including 77 of Vargas. His first win and only his, I think it's his 4th start? The road, they're still trying to sort themselves through this pack with damage. My bike keep cutting out? Try and talk maybe a little louder. Not sure, but maybe it wasn't picking it up. Oh, Johnson trying to get his lap back the hard way. And do it this time, but matter unless there's a caution. Stay in front of Baker. Irvin now in at 2nd place. Lily Holmes is the only one who has stayed out so far. Like she finally came, but was she by herself that whole time? I hope not, or else she would surely lose the... Looks like she had some friends. That's a lucky strategy. When the AI do that, they lose the draft. Game over. Here comes our leader. Johnson coming down pit road. Remember, he did pit a couple laps after we went green, so it makes sense that he would have to come again. This will likely give Baker the lead again. Francisco somehow beat Baker off the pits. It's an interesting strategy. Good one. There's Lily Holmes here. I guess she will have the lead until they catch her. Good strategy happening. I did not even catch it. Maybe because they waited so long, they less fuel. Francisco Guerrero now in 2nd with Baker catching quickly. Go high. Not sure if she's gonna have any help there, but not sure if she needs it either. Guerrero getting all the help down low. Looks like everyone's abandoning Baker because she's the strongest truck out there today. That 7 truck is on the lead lap. Looks like in this group only the 20 and the 9 are a lap down. Guerrero catching Holmes fairly quickly. Field is very spread out now. A handful of trucks in contention to take this one home. Is the mic still cutting out, guys, or is it better now? Not sure. No. Guerrero goes around the outside to take the lead. Not going to be enough momentum up high. Wait, it is. He clears Holmes and takes the lead. Led the last lap by 500ths. Ramirez is kind of being a pest right now. Ooh, and Gordon. Like he is our first mechanical casualty. Like he's off the track. That will not bring out a caution. Gonna be another disappointing finish for the rookie. Started the season quite well, and it's just kind of slipped down the order. The charter team, so no fear of missing races, but he is in that danger zone of the bottom 35. What happens? Burrow now being attacked by Baker, down low with McAvoy following Baker, and Baker back to the lead. 6 laps to go. Johnson, teammate to Baker, kind of been around her all afternoon, being a good teammate, doing what he needs to do, help her win. Go low and potentially slow down McAvoy so Baker can stay with him. Gonna help Baker now up high. McAvoy is gonna have all the help down low. Here is once again pushing. Like McAvoy takes the lead now. He's looking for his first win. Burger King Dodge. Charles Baker, no relation to Danielle Baker, that 80 truck. How about Zach Shaw? Right up there for the lead. I said he needed a good finish today, and this is Mr. Clutch, that's for sure. Whenever he needs a good finish, he seems to get one. Right there in the top 2. Lots of racing left, but anything can happen in the next little while. 5 laps to go at the line. And by 5, I mean 4. I think we have about 12 lead lap trucks in contention right now. All within a second. Be very close to the finish. Boy led the last time by, but we have Keith Hughes now on the low side looking to take the lead over Jack Foster. Like all 3 Hughes Motorsports right there in your picture. 82, 83, 84. Be an excellent result for them if this stays the way it is. All Matitude Motorsports, they all started 1, 2, 3 during the start of this race, but I don't know, some difficulties for Johnson caused him to pit under green, an unscheduled stop. And he's now fighting just to stay on the lead lap, but could be there as a spoiler for the rest of the teams if he wants his teammate to win. Dave Grubb in the chat cheering on his driver Francisco Guerrero right here in that teal blue 8 water heaters Ford. Francisco back to the lead. Baker right behind it. This 5 truck does not look as dominant as it did before the pit stops. Just starting to have to work for it a little bit. Seemed to come quite easy before, or either that or everyone else has caught up to her. 2 laps to go. Catching some lap traffic. 18 of Aiden Wright and the 44 Sam King. Very slow off the pace. And that's going to hold up line. Like everybody up. King has the decency to go low and kind of stay out of trouble. Aiden Wright just clogging everything up. Quite the cluster here. Very aggressive chop by Aiden Wright. White flag is in the air. Looks like Johnson up high, Baker down low. Johnson is a lap down, but he could just be blocking. At Lily Holmes there as well. Two Matitude Motors Sports entry, or Matitude Motors entries fighting for the win. On the backstretch, half a lap to go. Grub searching for friends out there, signing some checks. Maybe that 80 truck can give Guerrero a hand. Baker coming off turn 4. Johnson gonna play spoiler on Guerrero, gonna take the lower edge away. Not gonna help Guerrero help. And Danielle Baker gets her second win of the season. Wow, good finish for Guerrero nonetheless. Lily Holmes finishing 3rd. Charles Baker 4th, getting 5th. Virginia Brock, the bubble cards, getting 6th. Good result for her. Andrew McAvoy 7th. 7 truck finishing 7th. That's not bad. Irvin Vargas getting a nice top 10. Jennifer Johnson 9th, and Zach Shaw rounding out your top 10. You had 2 very large packs on the lead lap. These are your final standings. Bad day for a lot of good drivers out there. Nick Carroll, Daniel Gill was aggressive all day. Tanner Woodward, his race was over before he even got up to full speed. Danielle Earnhardt Jr. takes the lead here. Not bad. That's 3 plate. Oh no, didn't win Talladega in the playoffs. But that's 3 of the last 4 races she's won on super speedways. So I mean, there's a trend there, guys. You guys need to pay attention to the trends, even if they're on super speedways, which appear to be random. But yeah, it's no longer a coincidence. Danielle Baker is King Supreme on super speedways. And another 2nd place finish for Hustlers Racing. They're having some good finishes. Not as many wins as they probably deserve, but good finishes nonetheless. It's good for the team. Not bad at all. We got the WK Racing. They've struggled as of late, so it's nice to see them back up there. Hughes Motorsports rebounding from a win at Martinsville. In a top 5 again, so he's on a bit of a roll. Point leader coming into this, Greg Shatner 18th, so might not have the points lead coming out, but still not a bad finish. Anyways, like I said, guys, I'm going to update everything now, but if you missed it in the qualifying races, I'm going to have asterisks beside drivers' names who have charters, so it'll keep better track of everyone to see who's going to make the next race or not. So if you have an asterisk and you're below the top 35, the next driver above 35th will be placed in the qualifying race, so that'll be a lot easier for everyone to keep track of, myself included, to get those qualifying races organized. But that was Talladega. We'll be back at Talladega for the Xfinity race next. Not sure when I'll do that, either maybe tomorrow, Saturday, or likely Sunday. If I can't do either one of those days, I'll let you know. We'll be at Talladega for 47 laps. Yeah, so 47 laps at Talladega with the Xfinity race. And Watkins Glen after that for both trucks and Xfinity again. So we got a road course coming up. You know, we should know what to upgrade for a road course. Hint, hint, it's something that requires some grip. But I'm not going to give it away. If you have the money, spend it. If not, focus on the race you can afford to upgrade for. Anyways, that was Talladega. We'll see you at the next one. Hope you guys enjoyed. See you later.